lot of excitement. So as you are jumping on here, I would love for you to say hi. So say hi when you guys see this. Okay. So I'm just making sure my live is working and all the right places. So once you guys see this, go ahead and say hi in the comments. And I want you to tag your beauty consultant. All right. So tag your beauty consultant. And I am just sharing my live into my private group. So yeah. And okay. So give me a moment while I do that. And but I want you to also share where you are tuning in from, because I know that we have people on here from literally all over the place. So type in the chat, where are you from? And I will share that I am actually here in Florida. So I'm in Florida, and I am originally from PA though. So type in the chat, where are you tuning in from? And I would love to hear from you. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. So y'all, I don't know why my screen is looking so weird and crazy, but that's okay. I wonder if I could can I somehow make my screen better? I have no idea. I have no idea how to do these things, but it's fine. We're good. Anyway, y'all, so again, thank you guys for being on here tonight. Tag your consultant in the chat. All right. Hey, Latressa. Hey, Carol. I hope that you are doing amazing. Okay, cool. So this is saying video resolution. So I want high definition. That's really what I want, and hopefully that makes it look better, but we will see if that actually changes it. We're going to find out. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, thank you guys for being on. Hey, Samantha. So good seeing you. Okay. So, y'all, type in the chat too. What are you excited to learn about? Because tonight we're going to be doing a little bit of skincare, a little bit of makeup, and we are going to have some giveaways. So, type in the chat. What are you excited to learn about? And I want to tell you something else that we're going to do. So, there is going to be a really fun code word. Okay. There's going to be a code word at the end of tonight that you're going to give your consultant, and you're going to get points into our drawing. But in order to get into the drawing, I'm giving away $100 in free product tonight. And there's a couple of reasons why, but one of them is because all of our consultants that are on here are working on a really huge goal. And actually, let me get prepared. I got to put on my bougie little headband. Okay, so new eyeshadows, what colors? We want to learn about makeup. Awesome. Well, we're going to do a little bit of all the things. And if you have some self-care items, go ahead and pull those out too. And you can follow along. But keep this in mind. At the end, there's going to be a code word. So if you're a consultant, make sure you're keeping track of the code word. Don't type it in the chat though. And you are going to earn entries for being on here. But yeah, type in the chat, where are you tuning in, a little bit about you. And I'm going to get my skincare out. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to share a little bit about me in the chat too. And if you're a consultant on here, I would love for you to share, what is your favorite part about being a part of Mary Kay? And I will share a little bit about me. But first of all, I feel like women, we are so much alike. And I will say this too. It is rare that we get to press the pause button and make ourselves a priority. We don't always get to do that or even take care of ourselves, So thank you so much just for being on and supporting your consultant. And okay. And we're also going to talk about some choices, because I want to talk about that tonight. And we're also going to share, of course, some of our amazing products and a little bit about Mary Kay. So type in the chat, though, if this is your first time that you've ever heard about Mary Kay, heard about the products. Maybe you've tried the products before. But anyway, so what I was saying, when I first started Mary Kay, I was just like a lot of you. So I was working a full-time job. So I actually worked in healthcare and I was going to college. So type in the chat, what do you all do for work? And of course, we all work, right? I mean, we're all doing something. And I have 3 kids. So I feel like being a mom is like the hardest job for sure. But I was also planning my wedding. So I had a lot going on. Maybe some of you feel like that, where you feel like you are like the busiest person on the planet. Well, that was me. Okay, that's how I felt. Um, and so that's kind of where I was at in life. And I want to talk about something too. And I'm going to actually start my skincare. And of course, as I'm sharing, I want you to type like in the chat, what are some of your favorite things that I'm sharing about? And I'm going to get, if you have like some samples or little facial pack, go ahead and pull that out too. Look at my cute little towel. It has eyelashes. I know, it's adorable. So first thing I'm going to do though, is just kind of dampen my skin. But I also, as I'm cleansing my face, I'm using, actually, it's called our TimeWise Repair. So this is the first step. It is a cleanser. And a cleanser, absolutely. And we got to cleanse. I'm excited about cleansing my face right now because it's been one of those days, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, but I want to talk about some of the things, though, that weigh on our hearts as women, and let's just take a minute, and you don't have to share in the chat unless you want to, but what are, some of those things that are weighing on your heart and mind right now? Because I feel like so many women I talk to are just going through so much, right? And I want you to think about how your life would be different. I know I look crazy, right? But how would your life be different if those things that are weighing on you were gone? Like maybe it's finances, maybe you're struggling with money. I talk with a lot of people that are struggling in that area, or maybe you need new friends. Let's be real, women can be mean sometimes. Maybe you've been like on the receiving end of that, and we're just going to wash all that down the drain right now, just like I'm about to do with this cleanser. It is actually a foaming cleanser, and it takes off dirt, oil, makeup, anything that is hanging out on your skin. So just like I'm washing my face right now, we are washing off all of the mean girl energy too, right? Because I know when I started Mary Kay, I really needed some new friends, just some positive women in my life. And, and maybe you are struggling with depression, or anxiety or low self-esteem, all of these things I went through, and maybe you've been through some of that too. And I mean, maybe you hate your job. I don't know. Like, we all have things. So as we're doing our skincare, we are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about life, and we're going to talk about choices, because we have choices, right? All right. Anyway, so I'm wiping off my cleanser. And as I'm doing that, y'all grab a piece of paper, because I'm going to be sharing some of our keywords. So I did my cleanser, and the first letter to our code word is the letter M. So write that down, letter M. Write that down. And y'all, if there is a product that you just have to have, comment the word sold and whatever that is, okay? Whatever that is that you are wanting. So we did the cleanser, right? And then we're going to jump into the next step, which is actually going to be my eye cream. And I love this eye cream. I got to use it every day. But all right, it has this really cool metal tip. Now, the eyes are actually the first place that you're going to notice signs of aging. So I know when I was in college, I started noticing like some dark circles. Well, I'll tell you why, because when I was in school, I procrastinated really bad. I know none of y'all did that, but I would procrastinate so bad, and I would stay up all night. I'd make a cup of coffee and like write my 40-page paper that was due the next day. Anybody else work really well under pressure? Latressa, no pressure. Today's the last day of the month, and if you were on for Latressa, she is finishing a huge goal, or maybe somebody that is on her team. Let's be real, y'all. Hey, Miguelina. Let's be real, though. Everybody that is on here right now is wrapping up a goal if you are part of Mary Kay. All right. Anyway, y'all, so I did my eye cream. Now, so like I was saying, when I was in college, I started noticing these dark circles. So I needed some eye cream. And around the eyes, again, is the first place you're going to notice aging. So this eye cream, though, it helps with puffiness, dark circles, lines and wrinkles, all that fun stuff that nobody likes. And it moisturizes. So in this metal tip, it's so fun. It actually reduces puffiness and swelling. And Samantha, okay, yeah, I'm like that too. Like, give me some pressure and I will get stuff done, right? No matter how I'm feeling. And I wish I could apply that to like my everyday life, but it doesn't always happen. But how many kids do you have, Samantha? And how old are they? So mine are 10. Ari is 10. And then Arabella's 5. I'll show you their picture. And then Alana is 3. So that's my girls right there. And of course, you know, as a mama, we want to be there for our lovely children. Okay, so we did our eye cream, we did our cleanser. Now, I want to share a little backstory on me too, as I'm putting on my lifting serum. But, you know, growing up, it was kind of hard. You know, we all have things that we go through, but it was chaotic. And I was constantly hard on myself, you know, and I struggled with very low self esteem. And, you know, at one point I had goals, I had dreams, you know, I had things that I wanted to do with my life. And I just kept getting shot down and told that I was never going to achieve those things. And I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but honestly, I stopped believing in myself. And absolutely share this live video if you know someone that is wanting to know about skincare or makeup. Absolutely. Or you know what? You're going to get an extra point into our drawing tonight if you share the live. But yeah, I need some lifting serum, y'all, because as we age, we need some help because our skin, then gravity is not our friend. So let's just be real with that. But anyway, so where I was at, I kind of settled at that point in my life because I stopped believing in myself and I stopped believing in my dreams. And, you know, I felt like if I went to school and got this great job, that suddenly I was going to feel important or validated, you know, like I mattered, like I was somebody, you know, with the title and all those things that we go for, that the world tells us is so important, you know. But come to find out, none of the titles or the college degrees or any of that made me feel any more important. And I just kind of kept going through life, going through the motions. And I never quite felt right about myself. And I don't know, have you guys ever felt like that? Like, type in the chat if you have, and maybe unfulfilled or struggling with feeling good enough or worthy. You know, that was me until I started Mary Kay, right up until that time. So we just did the lifting serum, y'all. And again, this helps to lift and firm the skin because as we age, again, gravity tends to kind of pull down in that area. It's called the triangle of youth. So lifting serum, can I use this like everywhere? I'm sure you feel like that, Samantha, with 4 kids. Okay. I mean, I could be kidding, but I have 3 and I'm not kidding. So we need some lifting action. So I love this. You can use this every day. But anyway, so long story short, y'all, I went to try the products one day, like we're doing, and I met this woman who was very, very successful in Mary Kay. So she actually was driving a free car. So how many of y'all have seen a pink Cadillac before? So she had a free car and she was making a 6-figure income. And she used to be a teacher, but she left her job because her husband was like doing the numbers. And he was like, hey, babe, do you realize that you're making more money in Mary Kay, like doing this part time, than your miserable teaching job? I mean, no offense, but that's what she said. And she was like, what? And she was having a baby. So she decided to leave because she wanted to have that freedom and flexibility in her schedule. And she was making more money doing Mary Kay on the side than at her full-time teaching job. And she had a master's degree, all the thing. And her highest paycheck, she said at that point in time, was over $13,000 in a month with Mary Kay. So she said bye to her teaching job so she could be there with her baby. And, you know, I was yes, that was impressive. Like the cars, the money, the diamonds, the trips. She was telling me you can earn these trips around the world. And I was like, what? Okay. Cause I'm over here living paycheck to paycheck with a master's degree, working like 60 hours a week, barely getting by. I wasn't sure how I was going to pay for my wedding. And my job just told me that they were on a raise freeze. So I was praying for an opportunity. Now, meanwhile, I knew nothing about skincare or makeup, and I'd never heard of Mary Kay, and I did not like women. Okay. And there's a backstory to that too. But, just looking at her and looking around the room, everybody was having fun and smiling. And I just felt like, y'all, I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be a part of something where, I could have fun and help other women feel good about themselves too. So, anyway, I actually signed up like that night. And in 4 months, I earned my first car for Mary Kay. What? I've never even had a brand new car before I earned that one. Now, okay, we already gave one letter into the code word. Now I'm going to give you the second one, and it is I. So we've got 2 letters into our code word, and the second one is I. So write that on your paper, y'all. Okay, so now what is my next step? Okay, so I want to share something really quick. There is a night treatment that has retinol in it, and there's also a day cream with SPF 30. Now, I'm going to show you guys a 5-minute makeup look. So I am going to use the day cream, has SPF 30. This is a brand new one. Now, what's really cool is it has an airless pump. So it's not like a twist off, right? So I got to press it a couple times. I just opened it. Okay, you got to get it going, right? And there you go. So it comes out. So really, that's all you need for like your whole entire face and your neck. So don't overdo it because a little bit goes a long way. And this helps with lines and wrinkles and dark spots on the skin. It tightens the skin and it moisturizes. And it also helps. Did I mention dark spots? I don't know. But as we age, our skin loses moisture. So, and this this smells so good. Ooh, oh my gosh. Y'all, I actually lost my smell and taste for like almost a year after I had COVID. Did that happen to anybody else? And like when it started coming back, it was like in little bits and pieces. I know that's such a weird random thing to say, but it smells so good. And when you can't smell things for a year, when you start smelling good things again, you're like, oh, I appreciate life so much more now. Now, the night cream, I want to talk about this. Same concept, but it has retinol. So it helps to heal your skin overnight. So think about like little pink elves are coming out at night and like ironing out your wrinkles. That's what the pink elves do, Latressa. They iron your wrinkles. Like they don't just come out. Like, what are they going to do? Anyway, they're ironing out your wrinkles. All right. So, I got another fun product that I'm going to share with y'all. It is skincare related. Now, I like to call this the Botox pen. I'm about to share why I call it this because I've never had needles on my face. I am 39, just to let you guys know, no Botox, only skincare. And really, I just started using Mary Kay, 13 years ago when I started. But before that, I probably washed my face with like shampoo. I know, not great. But I didn't know any better, right? And definitely didn't wear any moisturizer or sunscreen. Probably why my skin was a disaster at that point in time. But anyway, I'm going to share our third letter, and it is R. So write that on your paper. Letter R. That is the third letter in our code word. All right. So, but yeah, so that's when I started Mary Kay. Now, this product right here, Botox pen. It is the deep wrinkle filler, and it's almost like a wrinkle spackle. So I'm going to share with you how this works. So let me find a wrinkle first. See, you got to find the wrinkles first. Anyway, I'm going to try like this one right here. So, that's too much. You kind of like spackle it in, and it fills in see, look at that. Like it disappeared half of the line, which is so cool. So it fills it in. Now I'm going to do this side. It fills it in like spackle, and it has hyaluronic acid, and also, see, look, it's gone now. Let's put some here too. Why not? Hyaluronic acid and actually retinol. So it plumps up the lines and wrinkles, or it plumps up the skin, so it kind of fills that in. See how that like disappeared? It fills it in, and then over time, what it is going to do is it works to naturally get rid of that with the retinol. So I'm pretty excited. Here, let's like have at it and go over here too. Why not? Y'all, like we're doing it tonight. So I love this. And y'all, there is a product that you just have to have. Comment the word sold. Why not? Let's go here too. So this actually is something that you could use every day, and it is recommended to use it underneath your makeup, but you kind of want to wait like 30 seconds before you put on. But you see how that kind of like filled it all in and not like disappeared? I love that so much. And you don't have to like be getting Botox. No offense if you get it, but no thank you. I don't like needles, especially not near my face. But anyway, y'all. So that was kind of where I started. Earned my first car in 4 months. And then, oh my gosh, fast forward to now. So much has happened, y'all. I've been married now for almost 13 years. And we have 3 little girls. So I kind of showed you their pictures already. And, you know, as a mom, we want to be there for our kids. So I love that I get to do that. And since then, we have earned 8 cars from the company. We're earning our 9th car right now. And Latrell says she's on here. She is on target for her first car for Mary Kay. Now, you could take the cash if you don't want the car. But type in the chat if you would, what would you take, the cash or the car? So type that in the chat. But and I'll share this too. Over the past 13 years, we have earned hundreds and thousands of dollars in income for my family from Mary Kay. We were able to buy our first house, pay off a ton of debt, which we're not even going to get into where that even came from. You know, life happens. We've been able to travel, you know, and just the other day I was reading something and it said the true definition of wealth is not more stuff. It's not getting more things, but it's having freedom, like freedom to wake up when you want to wake up, freedom to go where you want to go, freedom to like build wealth, right? And not just pay bills, but also what if you could just like wake up every day and decide what you wanted to do every single day? So anyway, I was so like, I don't know, life changes as you get older. And when you have children, your priorities change. Like I used to think I wanted this big mansion with this yacht and live in a castle and have all the designer clothes and purses, y'all. But and those things are nice, but what is true wealth really? And then it is having that flexibility and that freedom and not have our time managed by others, but we get to be in control of our own time. And I'm trying to find that post because it was just so good. And I wanted to like read to you what it says. Okay. It says that is the highest form of wealth is I can do whatever I want today. Yes, you need a house or someplace to live, maybe a car and to pay your bills. But beyond that, it's about controlling your time, working when and where you want, keeping your life priorities in order. So that is the true definition of wealth. And I feel grateful. Now we are going to do a quick 5-minute makeup look. So I'm going to go. This is like my go-to mom makeup hack. Okay. But I will share a little bit as I'm sharing these products, a little bit about Mary Kay too, and why some people would want to be a part of Mary Kay. Now, I will start out by saying this, like, even if it's not for you in a million years, don't tune out because you could be our talent scout and you might know someone that could be really good at this. Because I know that your consultant, if she's on tonight or she shared this video, well, she is wanting to grow her team and share this business because you never know Who out there is praying for an opportunity, especially one that you can work from home? And do you have to do live videos? No. I mean, that's why I'm on here, right? Because you don't have to. We work together. But most people, I will share, start Mary Kay actually for money. And this is foundation primer, by the way. And I'm going to share our next, that's way too much. You only need like a pea-sized amount. But our next letter, so we did A. That is your, so far we had, I'm just going to tell you, M-I-R-A. That is the next letter in our secret word. That's how you're going to get into the drawing for all the free products that I'm giving away tonight. So M-I-R. Anyway, so we did our primer. That is going to fill in like any lines or pores or creases. So when you put on your makeup, it is going to go on smoothly. It's going to stay on all day, and it's not going to sink in anywhere or look creasy or cakey. Nobody likes that, okay? That is not a cute look. But I'm looking for my next product. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. It is called the Under Eye Corrector. I like to call it sleep in a tube because it gets rid of dark circles. So we're going to use some of this right now. And it actually comes in 2 shades. So this one is the light peach, but it also comes in a deep peach. So you only need a little tiny bit. I'm just going to do one eye for now. So I'm going to show you like how it like makes like a little bit of dark circles, no dark circles. It makes them disappear. And it has a peach undertone, so it helps to neutralize like any type of blue. So no dark circles, a little bit of blue. And instantly, oh my gosh, like can you tell? That's kind of scary. It looks like someone punched me in the eye. That's probably because at least one of my children actually wakes up during the night. But seriously, can you tell the difference? Like this eye looks way more awake. Let me fix that, y'all, because I'm scaring myself right now. But all right, so yes, Miguelina, this is the best. And thank you also for being a part of this like history making day for Latressa, self-care CEOs, finishing a huge goal tonight, becoming a unit. All right, I had to fix that. Look how amazing. Now it doesn't look like I got punched in the eye anymore. Great. We're doing awesome. Now, my next step in our 5-minute makeup routine. So this is, well, hold on. Where is my color here? All right, here it is. This is called CC Cream. Now, this is like my go-to for foundation. There's only 5 shades, and it's actually skincare and foundation mixed together. And there's also SPF 15. So we're getting that sun protection, and it is mineral based. So I'm going to actually put some on my little brush here, which I probably put way too much on there, but here we go. Now, when you first put it on, I'm just going to tell you, if it doesn't look like your shade, please keep blending because mine kind of looks yellow, but it actually has a tone matching technology. So it blends 2 shades up and 2 shades down. So my shade is very light, but another cool thing about the products is that Mary Kay does have a satisfaction guarantee. What that means is if you get a product and you take it home with you and you're not super excited about it, well, Mary Kay will actually replace it with something that you are going to love because I remember like these were the days before Ulta and Sephora. You know, like I would stand in Walgreens for like 2 hours and then try to find foundation. See, I thought it wasn't enough, but I actually need more. Anyway, try to find foundation. And then nobody wants to talk to the Walgreens beauty advisor about beauty. No offense, y'all, but no, I was not about to because she had blue eyeshadow that looked like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm just looking for foundation. And by the time I actually made a decision and took it home, I was either like orange or ghost. So we want to be one color. We want to have it like match here. We don't want to match here because as you can see, my wrist, y'all, is like see-through. It is not the same color as my face. We want to match here and we want to blend it. We don't want to have lines like middle school Sarah, right, Caitlin? I feel like we went to school together. Did we, Caitlin? Where did you go to school? Because I feel like you look familiar. Or maybe like I know your sister. That might be it too. Okay, anyway, so we are blending. And then why did I say Caitlin? That is your sister. I meant Samantha. Oh my gosh. That's probably what it was. I'm thinking about your sister right now too. And I haven't talked to her for a while. But anyway, we are going to blend that. So CC cream for the win. It also helps with redness. And really, it is a more natural coverage. So it kind of helps like even everything out. Now, the next thing we're going to do is this eyeshadow. Where are we at, y'all? We are doing this really fun. It is an eyeshadow stick. And there's several different shades of this eyeshadow stick. But it's really fun and super easy. And I'm going to show you a fun little hack too. What I'm going to do is actually put on one kind of like as a blush and an eye color. Now, again, it's not Mary Kay approved, but this is Sarah approved. So when you're using this, you literally stick it on your eyeball. It's a little stick. And kind of put it on there. And there's different colors, but I like this one. It's kind of like a pink. And then you're just going to blend it in. And then I like to kind of, if I only have 5 minutes, like let me add a little bit on my cheeks just to like give me a little sparkle and kind of blend that in. Because y'all, this is our 5-minute dash out the door makeup look. And you want to work with it while it is like fresh on your skin. Because once it dries, see, now I have like a little shimmer. Once it dries, it is not going anywhere because it has a built-in primer. I am so sorry, Samantha. I was like picturing your face in my mind. And then I started thinking about your sister because I felt like I talked to her a couple years ago. And then I said Caitlin. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. But anyway, that is pretty hilarious. And I do apologize. And I have a feeling like that's happened to you before. But anyway, so these are the colors of the eyeshadow sticks. So the one that I did is called Pink Prism. And I'll show you on my hand the different colors. And you could tell me what is your favorite. So this is the Pink Prism. And then the next one, all right, so this one is called Golden Sunrise. It's kind of like a champagne color here. Ooh, I like that one too. And then the next one is a copper, I think it's called Copper Aura. Well, I know you guys aren't twins because you're not the same age, right? All right, that one's pretty. Actually, they're all really pretty. And then this next one is a bronze, like a radiant bronze, I think it's called. Ooh, oh my gosh. I really actually like that one too. I might have to put 2 on. All right. And then this one is called something Midnight Galaxy. So it looks a little darker, but you know what's so fun about this color is you could actually use it to create like almost like an eyeliner or even like a little like smoky eye. So I'm just going to add that to like the side here. So you could easily turn this from like your daytime look to your nighttime look. And honestly, these are only 20. So you could have all of them. And let me just blend that a little bit. You could literally have all of them and just kind of mix and match, okay? And let me see. 18 months. Wow. That's not a big age gap there. I feel like I would be, I don't know how I'd feel, but my oldest, I mean, my 2 younger ones, they are pretty close in age. Like she was 2, Arabella was 2 when Alana was born. So, but I can only imagine having an 18-month-old, like, but anyway, so we're going to, we put on that, and y'all, this is my 5-minute makeup look. And then I'm going to actually put on my Great Heights mascara. And then our next letter in our code word is A. So that's our 4th one. We're almost done. So the Great Heights mascara, this one actually helps your eyelashes look longer and thicker. So with just one coat, you are getting 43% longer looking lashes. So we are going to put some of this on, and another little hack with your lashes is that when you put a heavier top lash and not so much on the bottom, it actually makes your face appear more lifted and youthful. And I'm going to show you here. Now, when you add 3 coats of this mascara, it makes your lashes 76% longer, which yes, so you could see there's like a huge difference already. And I just did 1 coat, but let's just do one more just for fun. Okay. So let's talk about, we talked about money. So that is the number one reason why. I mean, also the discount is pretty awesome on the product. So a lot of people join for the discount, but money is actually the number one reason. And most women, they're not like me. Like, this is my career. And I will share this too, that when I first started Mary Kay, I had no intentions of quitting my job. Like, I thought I was going to work in healthcare forever, but I actually got laid off. So can you tell a huge difference in my lashes right now? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm looking creepy. I'm freaking myself out with one lashes done. So let's do the other one. So anyway, I got laid off from my job after I was in Mary Kay for like a year, but I had already earned 2 cars for Mary Kay at that point, and I was making more money doing this on the side, but I truly thought that my job needed me. I thought that what would they do without me? And I thought I was special, but the reality is I was not special. I was easily replaceable. And when you work for someone else, unfortunately, that is the truth. You are replaceable and they pretty much own you, really. So after that, I was so discouraged because I went to school for healthcare administration and I, again, got my master's, got 2 bachelor's degrees. I had a lot of experience under my belt, leading and managing and all the things. But when that happened, I realized that why do I want to building someone else's dream and working for somebody else? All right. I spent a lot of time doing this mascara because now I feel like I need to be going somewhere, but I'm not going to be going anywhere. Now I have 2 more steps, and there's the next letter in our code word is C. So are you guys keeping up with the code word? Okay. Well, I don't even know where my brush is at this point, but I wanted to put on this translucent powder. But where is my powder brush? Who knows where it's at? How am I gonna put this on? We're gonna fake it till we make it here. I must have a little powder fluffy thing somewhere. Let's look for it. But anyway, I'm just gonna put some of this on with my fingers. But the translucent powder, this is like another one of my go-to products because it does actually help too. Like, I always like to put some under my eyes because it helps to kind of set your look. It makes so you will not have any mascara running anywhere. Ooh, I like how it just glides on. I don't usually use my fingers. I usually use a brush, but y'all, I don't know where my brush is. And I like how easy this kind of smooths on my skin. And it helps to set your look, and it also helps to take away any shine and helps actually with lines and wrinkles. So this is a really special powder that does not set into your lines and wrinkles, but it kind of helps to diffuse them. So I like to do a light little coat. Now, again, I don't recommend using your fingers, but I'm doing that because I forgot my brush. So, hey, Katrina, we are making it happen. All right. So, got my powder, making sure everything is staying in one place. That is the translucent powder. Again, I would really recommend a brush, but we're making it work, okay? It's so easy to put on. I've never done that before. Anyway, y'all. So, money. Again, going back to that, it's super easy how we make our money. So let's just say, for example, you want this primer. So it's 20, right? You would pay your consultant 20 You can actually order right on her website, and Mary Kay ships it out. You don't have to do anything. And you get money deposited in your bank account, which is pretty sweet. Now I need something on my lips. So we make half of whatever we sell, which is amazing. And you actually can start making money as soon as you sign up, which I love that because everybody needs a super easy side hustle. And that's just one of the ways we also make money through leadership opportunities and actually sharing the business and growing a team, which is one of my favorite things to do, by the way. And I wanted to share this too, that my highest paycheck in a month so far has been over $15,000. And I am not sharing that to brag. Like, I never thought I would make anything. I didn't know what I was doing at all. But what I love is helping to make other women feel good about themselves because I never really felt that good about myself. I was bullied. I was diagnosed with a chronic illness when I was a teenager and basically told that I was never going to amount to anything. And I believed that about myself, y'all. So when I started Mary Kay and I could help other women feel good about themselves, that made my heart so happy. So I'm gonna put on this lip gloss. So this is gonna make me happy. This color is Berry Delight. And what is trending right now is brighter lips and glossy. Like, I love a matte lip, but unfortunately it's like not trending right now. So we want to do what is trending. Now, if you're feeling a little extra like me, I feel like I need like a little bit more of something on my cheeks. Again, if you're in a pinch and this is like your 5-minute makeup look and you need something on your cheeks, then feel free to use some lip gloss or lipstick. And really, that's the other thing that is trending right now is like glowy skin. So look how fun that is and how easy that was to just give me a little bit of glow. And again, this is not Mary Kay approved, but it is Sarah approved for our 5-minute makeup look where we got to make some stuff work and use our fingers. And hey, Donna. Hey, Katrina. Ooh, I actually love how that looks. I'm going to have to start doing that. You can put a little bit up there. Oh my gosh. Yes, this is looking cuter now that I have some cheek color. I gotta put something back on my cheeks. Like I feel like we cannot have just foundation and not put something on our cheeks. Okay. Now normally I would do eyebrows and all the things, but well, this is my 5-minute makeup look. We don't have time to do eyebrows. Okay. But I could teach you how to do that next time. All right. So money, we talked about money. Now the next reason that women join is actually for the recognition. So if y'all been to a Mary Kay event, which I know a lot of you have, we do a lot of prizes, recognition. For me, that makes me feel so good about myself because I remember like working so hard and I would never get a thank you. I would only get called into the office if I did something wrong. It was never like, oh my gosh, Sarah, you did such a good job teaching that new hire orientation. I just wanted to tell you how amazing you are. No, that would never happen. Like anyone else like that, like recognition is a basic human need. So I love that in Mary Kay, you can earn all types of actually diamond rings. This is one of the diamond rings. And I'm earning another one. Oh my gosh, I'm almost done. The next one for this year is like this beautiful purple amethyst, white gold, and white diamonds. Anybody can earn it. I'm not special. Thousands of women around the world earn these, by the way. But I love that you can work hard and they say thank you. And like, here's a diamond ring or a designer purse or a trip. We earned this one cruise to the Bahamas once. It was so amazing, especially when it's all expenses paid. Yes, it was awesome. Anyway, recognition. And I think that really helped me grow my self-esteem. Like, and has that ever happened to anyone? Like, you work in a job and they only like give you any type of acknowledgement when you do something wrong? Yeah, that's not good for your self-esteem. Oh, the free cars. Can we talk about that for a minute? That's another reason. Now, okay, our next letter though in our code word is L. It is L. Can anybody guess what the code word is yet? We have one more letter. But anyway, so the free cars. And yes, we are earning our ninth car with the company. And I want to show you this picture. So I have this picture on my desk. This is Arabella with our pink Cadillac that we earned. So there's different cars that you can earn in Mary Kay. The pink Cadillac is like the top of the top. The top leaders in the company get to drive the pink Cadillac. And our team, we are earning pink Cadillac number 2. What's really funny, I never liked the color pink. Ooh, I wore black a lot, like the color of my mood, my soul at the time. Just saying. Um, so Miguelina, you might be right. And thank you, Donna. So anyway, so the first car we earned in 4 months. So let me just take the lid off of your limited thinking for a moment. It does not have to take forever. It's a decision, and anybody could do it, y'all. And I want to share with you, there was a time in my life that I was literally homeless. Like, we're not even gonna get into that story, but we've all had a past. We've all had stuff that we've gone through. And don't allow the devil to make you think that because of something in your past, you're not good enough. Because I thought that for many years. And that is just a lie from the pit of hell. So now, the cars though are amazing. So you could either take the car, they pay 80% of your car insurance, or you could take the cash money every single month. So if I didn't want the pink Cadillac, I could have taken $925 a month. But you know, your girl took the pink Cadillac. And we did the math between the car payments and insurance. And of course, I mean, just that, not including any type of maintenance that old cars have to do. I've had old cars, trust me on that. We've saved over $100,000 between car payments and insurance, which is so crazy over the past 13 years that I've been in Mary Kay. Now, all right, so cars are awesome. And then be your own boss. What? Yes. Now, when I say be your own boss, you are in business for yourself. So you make your own schedule. You decide what this looks like for you, because we do not have monthly quotas. We don't have things that you're required to do beyond starting up with Mary Kay, which is only $35. I've literally spent that at McDonald's the other day. Happy Meals, once in a while, everything in moderation, right? But how often do we just waste $35 on Amazon or at Starbucks like once a week? How many times it just disappears out of our bank account? So we don't have that, and it's really what you decide to do. Now, even though you're in business for yourself, you are not by yourself, because you have a mentor, a coach, which is what I get to do for so many amazing women. And also, we have an amazing team, and a lot of these ladies are on here tonight. I love that support you, cheer each other on, and I think that's amazing. Now, the advancement is another reason. So remember when I told you I earned a car in 4 months? Well, I also moved to the top 2% of the company as a director in 4 months from when I started. And this was while working full-time, planning my wedding, all the other things, finishing a master's degree. So again, taking the lid off of your thinking, right? But the reason why I did that is because I wanted to prove something, I guess, to myself and all the other haters that said I would never be able to make it for whatever reason. I had doctors telling me, again, go on disability, give up on your dreams. My dad thought it was a big joke. My mom, well, we're not going to get into that, okay? Well, I don't want to name any names, but yeah, I just did. So hi. No, mom, I love you. And my mom actually is one of my biggest supporters. So I want to say that. And my dad, but again, it's been 13 years. And at first, yeah, I don't think anyone really believed that I was going to be good. And maybe you're at that point too. Maybe you don't even believe in yourself. Well, guess what? Hang out with me long enough and you're going to start believing in yourself. Okay. So anyway, going back to the advancement, nobody holds you back in Mary Kay but yourself. When you holding yourself back, that's it. The thoughts that we're telling ourselves. So maybe we need to change our narrative, right? So when I was told that you can move up at your own pace, you can do this as fast or as slow as you want, Well, I'm like, you know what? I want to earn that car and I want to make that $13,000 paycheck like you did. I told my director, and she said, okay, well, this is what you got to do to get there. And she mentored me and gave me the steps, and I ran with it because Mary Kay's plan is tried and true over 63 years. It works when you work, right? So that just, oh, you like my earrings? Aren't these cute? I actually got these from Mary Kay as a little gift. They're adorable, like little purses. These look cute on you, Magdalena. Anyway, so advancement. And then last thing I'm going to share is self-confidence. So a lot of women come into Mary Kay. Honestly, they want to build their self-confidence. And so much, I'm saying this, y'all, I have 2 bachelor's degrees, a master's degree, other certificates, blah, 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 blah. Like you probably have them too, right? But the things that I've learned in Mary Kay about myself, the personal growth, how to communicate, how to work with people, the self-confidence. I got a D in public speaking. Now, I'm not saying you have to go speak in front of a crowd of people unless you want to, unless God is calling you there. But I did not feel confident in myself. And for a lot of women, that is it. It's we do not feel good about ourselves. We don't see ourselves doing it. Well, guess what? Nobody starts out being confident. Confidence comes through action and through winning, right? So anyway, y'all, those are just some of the reasons. The friendships are amazing. So many amazing friendships in Mary Kay. You never know who God is going to connect you to. And we like to have fun. Y'all, I've laughed so hard, I almost peed myself like several times because we need to have fun. Like, when is the last time that you've laughed so hard that you almost peed your pants? Like, it's not hard to do when you have 3 kids. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, and I just want to share with you, like, there's literally never a right time to ever make a decision to do anything, because you think about it, like, we're in May, and right now, what's happening in May? Like, it's graduation time, and then it's going to be summer, bunch of stuff going on in the summer. I know for me, I'm a mom, kids are out of school. Oh my gosh, help me. And then and then as soon as you know it, it's going to be school again. And then here we go with the holidays again. And in the meantime, your dishwasher breaks like mine did, or your dryer breaks, or your AC breaks, or you got to get a new, I don't know, your tooth falls out. Like, God forbid, who knows? But what I'm saying to y'all is there's always going to be something. I heard someone say today, this was actually Mary Kay Ash who said it, that you're either in a crisis, you're coming out of a crisis, or you're about to go into another crisis, because that is just life. Life is always going to be life in. So please do not use lifing as an excuse as to not go after your dreams, because there is no right time. The time is now to make a decision, to make a change in your life. There's always going to be something. And if I looked back at my life, wow, it definitely wasn't the right time for me, getting married, finishing a master's degree, working 60 hours a week. In the meantime, I was dealing with how to control like this chronic illness. I was battling depression. Like, there's so much life that happens all the time, y'all. But we have a decision. Are we going to let life like continue to trample us and keep going around the same mountain year after year, miserable and depressed? Or are we going to stand up for ourselves and make a choice and make a change? Because nothing changes if nothing changes, right? If we don't make decisions to move in a different direction. So anyway, the last letter, y'all, is the letter E. Okay, so you don't have to type it in the chat, but if you're a guest on tonight, I want you to type that keyword to your consultant, because that is how you are getting entered into our drawing, texting that keyword to your consultant tonight. And by the way, you get 1 point for being on tonight. You are going to get 1 point for sharing this video. If you shared our video, it's not too late. You can absolutely do that still. And then also, I want to share another way that you are going to earn entries. So one thing you could do tonight, y'all, is make a purchase with your consultant. So if you loved any of the products that we talked about, absolutely, she has some specials that she's going to share with you, ways that you get a little discount on what we tried tonight with our special sheet, which I don't know where it is. Oh, wait, it looks like this, but I don't know how to screen share it. So I'm not the most tech savvy at this moment. Anyway, your consultant is going to share this with you. So that is one way. And when you decide to make a purchase with her tonight, you're going to get 3 points into our drawing. And I'm going to quickly go over what we did, y'all. And if you're thinking, you know what, I would love to book my own session with my consultant and earn some free products. Y'all, it could be virtual just like this. It is super easy. So how it works is we would make a group right on Facebook just like this. You would invite your friends and we literally do all the work. We even send out little sample packs to your friends and family and you can earn a ton of free products. And that's also one of the ways that you can help your consultant. It can also be in person if you're local. I know I just love getting together with women. Like, there's so many people that I love. And as a mom, having 3 kids, it is really hard to make time to see everybody. So if I could get everybody together at once, and if I've invited you to something or if your consultant has, like, feel honored because life is busy. And how awesome is it when we get to press the pause button and just spend time with each other, loving on each other, right? So you're gonna get actually 5 points, okay, into our drawing and a special gift from your consultant when you book your date tonight. All right, so let me just show you the products that we did. I'm almost out of time. So we did the TimeWise Repair skincare set. So the cleanser, the lifting serum, the day and the night treatment, and then your fancy eye cream. Okay, so this would be your everyday anti-aging. This is why I've never had Botox. So Miguelina, this is a great product line to have in your spa. And I can actually send you all the details on this and some other fun products that we have that you might want to have in there. All right, so we did that. Oh my gosh. I also told y'all about the Botox pen or the deep wrinkle filler that has hyaluronic acid, it has retinol, and it's like wrinkle spackle. And I call it the Botox pen. So if there's like something you just have to have, type in the chat with the word sold and whatever that item is. That way we know. Because remember, you get 3 points for making a purchase with your consultant. Okay? Now, okay, another fun thing here is our 5-minute makeup look. So we did our foundation primer. We did our under eye corrector. That was what got rid of all my dark circles, which makes me super happy because I was feeling pretty tired. I'll just be real with you. Like, I had surgery on last Thursday, and I was just feeling tired. Okay, I needed some extra. Everything's good, by the way. No reason to be alarmed there. But, things we got to do in life, especially when we get past 30. Anyway, so under eye corrector and then our CC cream. So that was the foundation that I did, kind of like evened out my skin tone, gave me a little bit of a glow. Yes, I put on my translucent powder with my fingers because I forgot my brush, but that helps to set your makeup look. And then I also did, so I showed you all the different shades of the eyeshadow stick, but what I did, something a little creative, I did the pink prisms like right here. And then I did also use, I'm going to do this more often, the midnight, wait, what is it called? Midnight Galaxy. I use that as like a little bit of an eyeliner like here and on the edge, kind of give a little smoky eye. And then I did my Great Heights mascara, which is my favorite. And as you can see, it makes your lashes with 3 coats have 76% longer. Yes, please. I need that in my life. And the last thing I did, don't tell anybody, but I use this. It's called Berry Delight, this lip gloss, which is perfect for summer. Gives you a little pop and some hydration. And it's not sticky, which I don't like sticky stuff on my lips. So I like that. And I did put some on my cheeks. Yes, I'm going to have to get this for myself now. Let me just add this to my cart tonight. And because I really like how it gave me like the little cheek glow here. It's like the perfect color for me. I'm just saying. So And we have different shades of this, but this was my dash out the door makeup look. Now, Latressa will be seriously mad at me if I do not share this last step. This is called finishing spray, and it helps to just lock everything in. Hold on. All right, how did I do? Was that good? Was that dramatic enough? All right, anyway, if you come to one of our in-person events, you will understand that. Well, I got it in my mouth, but it's fine. It tastes like cinnamon. But this helps to kind of lock everything in, melt proof your makeup, the finishing spray. You need this in your life. Okay. So type in the chat, what was your favorite product? And again, you're going to get 3 points for making a purchase with your consultant. If you book a virtual beauty experience or in person with her where you can invite friends, you get 5 points and a special gift. And y'all, if you decide that you want to join our team, right? And you're like, you know what? I want to be a part of this. Even if you just want to get your own discount on the products, because we get up to half off our own products. You know, most people actually join for that reason. And you get a little link that you can share and make some extra money. Yes, please. And it's $35. Only $35 to sign up. So if that is you and you're like, yes, sign me up, then you are actually going to get, I'm going to gift you, oh my gosh, one of these, either a lip gloss or a mascara. Okay. So you know what? Or you could pick an eyeshadow. I don't know which one I want to give away, so I'm going to let you pick. When you decide to sign up, you're going to get a little gift, but it has to be tonight. Okay. And y'all, I want you to text your consultant the code word and how many points you are going to have tonight. So remember, for being on, you get 1 point. For sharing this video, you get another point. So that's 2. For making a purchase, you get 3 points. Okay. And then if you book a beauty experience or an in-person or virtual, you get 5 points. And if you decide you want to join tonight, you get 10. So go ahead and text your consultant that code word and then how many points you're going to have, y'all. And I'm going to give you guys, like, because I know there's still some people that are watching that haven't been able to get on. I'm going to give you until midnight, okay, to make your decision. I know a couple of you just jumped on, so I'm going to give you some time. And then I'm going to do our drawing because I am giving away $100 in free products, which I'm really excited about. But y'all, I cannot wait to hear from you. Have an awesome and blessed day. Make sure you text your consultant how many points you're going to have because she's going to text me. All right, ladies. Well, God bless you. And I cannot wait to hear from you and have an awesome, blessed, amazing day and happy month end to everybody else that's on here. Bye, friends.